Good morning, class. Thank you very much for spending the time to cover information for class today. I apologize for not being able to teach today, but as I've told you before, every fifth week of class we have orientation here at the Adult Learning Center. So for today, I would like you to spend time studying your notes from last class. What are some of the things that we learned? Do you remember the names of the articles of clothing? Remember, articles of clothing are things that you wear on your body. For example, t-shirt, shirt, shoes, pants, jeans, skirt, and more. Are there any of those words that you need help with? If so, take a few minutes to write those down now. Great. Remember that we also talked about identifying our articles of clothing by saying the color. For example, I can say, my shirt is brown. His pants are blue. Take a moment to write a few practice sentences. You can say things like, I am wearing a purple jacket. Or, they are wearing the same shoes. Very good. Practice reading your sentences aloud. Maybe you have someone in your house that speaks English. Ask them if you have made any mistakes. Perfect. You're doing awesome. Now, can you make appropriate change? For example, if I am at the store and I want to buy bananas, the bananas cost $2. If I give the cashier $5, my appropriate or correct change is $3. Look over your notes if you need to review. Maybe you need to review the vocabulary, or maybe you need to review money. Take the next 10 minutes to review your notes and highlight or mark the things that you need help with. Now that you've finished reviewing the material from our last class, we are going to practice having a conversation. Remember, another word for conversation is dialogue. First, I will ask the questions. You say the correct answer aloud. If you need help, look at the screen. It shows you the question I am asking and the answer that you should respond with. Let's review before starting our conversation. If I ask, hello, how much does this cost? You would respond, it costs $20, or it costs $1.25. If I ask, "What size is it?" you could respond, "It is a size small," or "It is a size large." Question number 3, what color is it? You can respond simply, "It is gray," or "It is brown." Last, if I say, "Okay, I would like to buy it. Here is $30. You would respond, "Great, your change is $10. Or, "Great, your change is $28.75, depending on the correct change for the item. Do you have any questions? If so, write them down. When we have class next Tuesday, I will address the questions. Okay, are you ready? We're going to start having our conversation. I will ask the questions, pause, and wait for your response. Make sure that you speak clearly and loudly. Remember, no one's around to hear you make mistakes, so feel free to do your best. Okay, let's begin. Hello, how much does this cost? What size is it? What color is it? Okay, I would like to buy it. Here is $15. Awesome, you finished your first review conversation. Did you think that was easy or difficult? Now you begin asking the questions. Since I can't actually hear you, I will just have to make up responses. I'll wait for you to begin. Begin now. It costs $20. It is a size extra large. It is black. Great. Your change is $3.25. Have a wonderful day. You did a great job answering and asking questions. Did you have any problems with the dialogue? If you did, make note of it and we will talk about it in class. Okay, now we are going to begin our lesson for the day. Please take out a notebook and a pen or a pencil. Remember, a pen has ink that you cannot erase, and a pencil can be erased. We will begin by talking about question words. Question words are words that indicate questions. Let's start by looking at a question word. The word is who. Who indicates that it is asking about a name or identity. For example, I could say, "Who are you?" or "Who is she?" You could even say, "Who is your teacher?" Notice that each of these questions is asking about name or identity. Who? Take a minute to write a sentence or two with the word who. Notice that sentences with question words start with the question word. Who are you? Who is she? Who is your teacher? Good job. The next question word is what. I'm sure that you've heard this a lot before. What can ask what time or what is something like. If a person says what time, they're asking for a specific time. For example, what time does class start? Class starts at 10 a.m. What time does class end? Class ends at 4 p.m. The next question when we can say what is she like? If someone uses this, they want to know about characteristics or particular things about a person that might stand out. So if I said, what is Bob like? Someone might respond, Bob is tall and very nice. Take a few minutes to write sentences for what time and what is someone like. If you can think of other ways to use what, you may write those down additionally. Okay, next word is when. If someone asks when, they are asking about general or specific times. For example, when is the party? You could say, it is on Saturday. Or someone could say, when are you going on vacation? You could respond, I am going on vacation in the summer. Other examples are, when are you going to go out to eat? When is your daughter's game? When does school start? Just like before, take a few minutes to write sentences. Remember, the more that you write, the better you will get. Okay, so now we have gone over the words who, what, when. Now it's time to learn about the question word where. Where is a very easy word. It is simply asking about a place or location. I'm sure you have heard it before. Where is class? Where can I buy bread? Where is the park? Take a few minutes to write sentences that you may have said before. Where can I buy groceries? Where is the classroom? Where does class meet? The last question word that we are going to go over today can be a little tricky. The question word is how. How means that they're asking for specific characteristics, qualities, quantities, etc. For example, how much does that cost? How long does class last? How often do we have class? It's difficult to define the word how. It is used in many ways by many different people. Can you think of ways to use how? If you cannot think of any original ideas, practice writing the sentences shown on the screen. How much does this cost? How long does class last? How often does class meet? You are doing great. So far, you've learned 5 question words: who, what, when, where, and how. If you need to take a break, this would be a wonderful time to do so. If not, continue listening. In front of you, you see a slumber party invitation. An invitation is a card that gives people information about an event. Usually, invitations cover the basic question words: who is throwing the party, or who is the party for, what is the party for, when is the party, and where is the party located. Let's read the invitation together. Slumber party. A slumber party is a type of party where people spend the night. The invitation reads, Lisa would like to invite you to a sleepover for girly fun and games to celebrate her 6th birthday. Saturday, 17th, March 2012, 5 p.m. until noon the next day, at my house. Don't forget your pajamas. RSVP Gina 01252 522015. Who is the party for? The party is for Lisa. What type of party is this? This is a sleepover. When is the party? The party is Saturday, the 17th of March, 2012, from 5 p.m. until noon the next day. Where is the party? The invitation says, at my house. We can assume that the party is at Lisa's house since it is Lisa's birthday party. Do you see how we have answered all of the questions? Who, what, when, where? Very good. Take a second to read the invitation again. You might point out that the party will include girly fun and games. What does this mean? How old is Lisa going to be? At the bottom, it says RSVP. What does this mean? Very good. Now we are going to move on to our next practice invitation. Here is the next invitation. It has rings on it, which probably indicates that it is a wedding invitation. Remember, we want to answer the questions who, what, when, and where. Let's read the invitation together. You follow along as I read it aloud. Steve and Paula request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, 14th, November 2009 at Traversal Grange Bar and Restaurant, 7:30 p.m. till late. RSVP 17 Ashworth Drive, Knots. Evening invitation. Okay, who is this invitation for? Very good. You should have said Steve and Paula. What is the invitation for? Great, it's for their wedding because it says to celebrate their wedding. When is the wedding? Very good. It is on Saturday, 14th of November, 2009. Finally, where is the wedding? Perfect. It's at Traversal Grange Bar and Restaurant. Read over the invitation again. Is there anything that you don't understand? If so, make a note. It's time to look at the next invitation. Here we see a christening invitation. The invitation reads, "You are invited to the christening of Rachel Chartling to be held at St. Albans Church on Sunday, 26th October 2008 at 1:30 p.m. and afterwards at Alliance Center. RSVP Rebecca 079043244494. Who is this invitation for? What is this invitation for? When will the event be held? And where will the event take place? The answer should be who? Rachel Chartling. What? A christening. When? Sunday, the 26th of October, 2008. Where? St. Albans Church. You could have also said Alliance Center. Now it's your turn. On the screen is a blank invitation. Come up with an event and fill in the blanks. For example, I might say, a party for Maddie Brown. When? August 29th, 2013. Where? 70 Hickory Road, Hickory, Kentucky. RSVP Kayla 270-123-4567. Go ahead, fill in the blanks on your own piece of paper. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Now that you have an understanding of how to read invitations And to address the questions who, what, when, where, and how, we are going to move on to another skill. Have you ever wanted to give someone directions in English? Maybe they didn't understand you. Today we're going to talk about directional words, or words that give direction. On the screen in front of you, you see 3 words: right, left, and straight ahead. Practice saying those words, pointing in the correct direction. Waving your right hand when you say right, left hand when you say left, and point straight ahead when you say straight ahead. Practice those with me. Right, left, straight ahead. Practice saying those a few more times. They are going to be important for the rest of the lesson. Right, left, straight ahead. Now you see a map in front of you. There is an arrow pointing to 1. Block 1 is on the corner of Guadalupe and 13th Street. If I want to get to Block 8, here are the directions. Turn right onto 13th Street. Go straight ahead until you arrive at Nueces Street. Drive straight ahead until you turn left onto 10th Street. You have arrived at Block 8. Try to write directions. You can say, turn right, turn left, or drive straight ahead. Here is another map. If you have a friend watching the video with you, or maybe someone else in your house who knows English or would like to practice English, look at the map in front of you. Practice giving directions for the next 5 minutes. You can choose different directions. For example, you could start on Grain Road and make your way to Castle Street. Practice using your direction words: right, left, straight ahead. Maybe you know other words as well. Practice using those to help give the best directions possible. Okay, it's time for the final activity of the day. Draw your own map. On a separate sheet of paper, draw a map from your house to your school. After you have drawn your map, try to write directions. For example, turn left on Main Street. Drive straight ahead. Turn left on Interstate 45. Drive straight ahead. Turn left on Hickory Road. Now you have arrived at my school, the Adult Learning Center. Don't be afraid to make mistakes when you're writing. Please bring your map that you draw and your directions to class. We are going to use them for an activity. When you're finished drawing your map and writing your directions, class is over for the day. You might want to go back through the information and review. Make sure that you understand who, what, when, where, and how, and also make sure that you're comfortable giving directions. I hope that this lesson was helpful for you, and I will see you in class next time we meet. Have a wonderful day.